And welcome back to the Hot Lap. We are talking Lance Stroll and Mike Crack, the Aston Martin's Team Boss, sort of Stroll's boss, but not really, because Stroll's probably his boss along with his dad, let's be honest. But the Aston Martin Team Boss, let's get into it. Mike Crack suggesting that we are possibly, maybe, being slightly unfair on Mr. Stroll. Junior, Lance Stroll, is he right? So this is what he said about him, as in Mike Crack has come out. This is via Crash.net, but it is all over the internet. I saw it a few days ago, so it might be old for some of you. Is Lance Stroll treated unfairly? He's concluded, yes. Big time, he says. First of all, if you look at the gap that he has to his teammate, as in Fernando Alonso, and he's described Fernando, who is the best, who is one of the best of all time, cool, it's very small, as in the gap. So, this is obviously Lance Stroll, completely losing it in Brazil. As you can see here, he does a bit of a spin, which is slightly unfortunate, and then quite keenly he then tries to drive goes in the gravel trap, and then he's out the race. I mean, I don't get it. Look, he spins. He's like, okay, I need to do something. I've shown this before, but he drives in the Lance Stroll, ladies and gentlemen. But let's get into it. Are we treating Lance Stroll unfairly? Mike Crack has come out and said Lance Stroll treated unfairly as skewed by Aston Martin picture. It emerges. So Stroll has faced, as you know, critique at times, most of the time, a lot of the time, more than some of the time, for his level of performance alongside the two-time champion Fernando Alonso and also his other teammates. But Crack explained there is a small gap between them. So Stroll out-qualified and was outscored by Alonso over the course of the season, with Aston Martin enduring what ended up being, let's be honest, not a very particularly good 2024 campaign, especially when you compare it to their 2023 campaign. The points tally leans heavily in Alonso's favour in their two-season teams to date. Now, the Spaniard, having scored 296 points to 98 for Stroll, while he holds a healthy advantage in their qualifying head-to-head boot. But Alonso is widely held status as one of the sport's all-time greats. Mr. Crack explained there's an incorrect, apparently, perception. Is Lance treated unfairly? He says, yes, big time. And he said, first of all, if you look at the gap to, the gap that he has to his teammate, who's one of the best of all time, he's described, it's very small. We have someone who is very serious about car development, simulator, being fit and being constructive in meetings. He is judged mainly on the delivery of his media duties. He's a racing driver, and for me, a racing driver has to drive in the first place. Okay, yes. Yeah, fair enough. He said, now we also know that Formula One has evolved. There's a lot of exposure and media duties and commitments. Yes, there is. I think that's something people really put the focus on. What we do as a team, and this is especially the focus, is the gap to one of the best of all time. He's competitive. Where we fall foul is just delivering the tools and the machine to both drivers. Yeah, I get that. Questions also been raised about Stroll's commitment to Formula One before it was announced that he'd signed a new contract for 2025, and be honest, so it's like the Paris situation at Red Bull, isn't it? So Crack moved to quash any theories about a lack of passion for the sport. However, adding there is a side to the Canadian the public does not often see, revealing a request from Stroll for extra testing in late 2024. Okay. Absolutely, he replied when asked if he can see Stroll's passion for the sport. Now, when he had the 3-week break recently, and I had Lance on the phone asking if we could organise driving somehow in an old car because he wants to drive. Well, he does need to improve, but that's good he wants to drive. He said, so that's the difference. It's a sport with no testing, and we have someone who loves driving. I love driving. I don't have a rich dad. Moving on. It's very unfair when you read some of the comments that, and they are often written about without much research. Well, I know for a fact my dad can't afford buying a Formula One team because it suits the public opinion. Let's write that and fill some lines. There is a really skewed picture. There's a skewed picture. You have that in every sport. You have the bad guys, the good guys. You have the draw to fill, and Formula One is the same. Oh, come on. Mike Crack. I mean, what is he on? What is this man on? It's just... Well, yeah, well, I can take a guess. I mean, when you've got a driver that just... Look, into the gravel, into the... no. Okay, are there any other faux pas? This I thought was quite interesting.
Now that apparently he was blaming me.
So,
for it. And
this was obviously Lance Stroll, and this is him completely essentially backing into
if that's true,
the other car. And then what he does then, he blames the other car for braking too hard. I mean, come on. It's just absolutely horrendous. You want another one? This is this. To calm down, but I mean, it's just let's pause that. Here's another one here. Look. Oh no, we have to have. This is brilliant. We have to have. I mean, this guy here, Wells Racing. This is amazing. We have to have. We've got to have the volume up. We've got to have. Are you ready?
On the track, we'll go back.
Dude. Oh no, it's not loading properly. That's just no. Don't do this to me. No, don't do this to me. It was this. Trust me, it was great. Okay, let's just try again, shall we? Let's go. Let's go.
On the track, we'll go back.
So, are you ready? Wall, racing line. What's he gonna do? What is this man gonna do? Oh no. There we go. That's what he does. He hits the wall. I don't know why the TikTok videos aren't working, but there we go. It's just brilliant. Thank you very much for keeping me entertained. This is to be fair, this was, I don't think this is very good at all. Let's quickly reset. This is Lance Stroll pushing. This is basically Lance Stroll pushing someone. I believe this wasn't in 2024. This was 2023. We've shown this before. There we go. If you look here, he pushes the trainer out of the way. What a douche! I mean, come on. Yeah, there you go. Slow motion. You can clearly see he's like, yeah, get out of the way, man. No apologies. Obviously, no apologies. You know, but he's close to Alonso. He's close to Alonso. This one really cracked me up here. This is Lance Stroll at Monza, obviously in the Racing Point or Force It. You know, not Force It. I'm not sure what. This was one of the years Sebastian Vettel. So Sebastian Vettel, as you can see, he spins and nearly takes out Lance Stroll, which is bad. I get it. Not good at all. Lance Stroll is like, what did the Ferrari just do? And then as you see Lance Stroll there, he does exactly the same thing as Sebastian Vettel. I mean, yeah, okay. You know, this is after years. He's not a rookie anymore, even though we think he's a rookie. But this man most certainly is not a rookie. I think this year, maybe at Suzuka, track dominance, Alonso Stroll. I mean, essentially, yes, I know some of it is a bit funny. You know, but ultimately, this is the guy whose dad bought a Formula One team for him. There's been a history of his dad of buying things. We've done a video on it before. Mike Crack, you are wrong. Yes, in terms of speed, I get it. You know, on speed around the lap, yes. But Formula One, as you know, Mike, and as we all know, is much more than. Oh gosh, what happened there? Is much more than that. It is about. It is about a whole race, lap after lap. It's making decisions. It's passing. It's race etiquette. It's not, not crashing, not driving into a gravel trap when you didn't have to. And then you're out the race before the race even starts. And we see a lot of that from Lance Stroll. Should he be in Formula One? Absolutely not. Has he proven he's not good enough? Absolutely yes. The only saving grace for Lance Stroll in F1 is the fact that we have the Aston Martin team. We have that extra team. Because if it wasn't for Lance Stroll being in there and Lance Stroll buying that team, would have 9 teams and not 10 teams, which would not be particularly good. So 18 cars rather than 20 potentially, which would obviously be very sad. But that's by the by. Now they've got Adrian Newey, who I personally think sold out a tiny bit because all the rumours were that Adrian Newey was not going to go to Aston Martin. He didn't want to go to a team to make it more capable of being sold. For example, that was the story. But in the end, they offered him lots of things, and he ended up going there, knowing that obviously Lance Stroll is there. I cannot take this team seriously until they have a better driver in there. Now, a better driver come the end of 2025. A certain Tsunoda of Yuki. Better than Lance Stroll, absolutely, I think. Put him in there. See what happens, Honda. A Yuki Tsunoda Fernando Alonso for 2026. Looks good, doesn't it? I think so. Do you? Maybe. Comment below. Let us know. And if you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. That will be absolutely super, super great. If you're already subscribed, give us a like. Comment below. If you made it to the end, you are a F1 World Champion. In our eyes. If you made it to the end and gave us a like or comment and subscribe, you are a multiple F1 champion. And until then, Lance Stroll will still be an average driver. We'll still be here over the Christmas period. Let's just see this one more time, please. Should we see it one more time? So there we go. Lance Stroll crashing in Brazil. Okay, fair enough. But this is the killer. This is it. There he goes. Look. And then he just, what's he doing? Just driving in the gravel trap. I don't get it. I'll speak to you soon. See you later.